Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Saturday, March 17th, 2018, St. Patrick's Day. Well, first of all, I want to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day and be safe out there because there's going to be a lot of drunks tonight. Anyhow, there's something that's been bothering me, and I want to share it with you guys. Now, I have a lot of friends that are in the school systems, that are teachers and administrators, and I also have a lot of friends that are um, law enforcement officers and a lot of people that I know that are hunters and gun lovers and whatnot, and I want to have people's opinions on this. Now, a couple of days ago, there was a national walkout. Now, of course, kids are going to act up. Sometimes kids are going to be acting stupid. Sometimes they were very respectful. It all depends on the district and who was out and where. I was in Chicago. I heard about a bunch of kids running to a Walmart and just destroying the place during the walkout, which was really like, unnecessary. And but I noticed a girl on one of the videos that I shared that how she was actually saying, it's not about the guns, it's about the bullying and being isolation. Now, this girl has a point because first of all, there was you know, this kid that you all know about the recent shooting in Florida, how this kid was completely mental, but at the same time he was also bullied, and he lost his parents. I mean, he just went through a nervous breakdown. Now I don't condone what he did, but at the same time it's like, well, the kid completely cracked, and he just was, he felt isolated probably or whatever. And of course, now they're going to seek the death penalty on him. But my thing is that, number one, first of all, back in 1999, two kids in Colorado by the name of Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold shot up the entire school because they were bullied. But I've noticed on one of the documentaries that I was watching that Dylan Klebold actually let a kid go because he never treated him bad. And honestly, there was kind of brings me to my situation in the 11-12 when I was in 12th grade, that there was this kid that was like a little off centered, and his name, well, I don't want to put his name out there, but basically there were people that were making fun of him, and I went up to them and I told them, I was like, look, this kid goes postal. That's on you guys because you guys are making fun of him. I didn't. I mean, I knew that he considered me a friend because I never really hung out with him outside of school, but I was always nice to him, and I was always checking on him, making sure he's okay and stuff like that. That's what we need to do. We cannot bully these kids because they're going to retaliate, and look what happened. This was that's what that girl said. I forgot exactly where she was located at, but she said you cannot, and it's true. You cannot bully anybody because you may pick on the person, and then they just snap one day and then bring a gun or a knife or something like that. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just putting it out there that maybe I'm wrong, but I think that the fact that we have to start treating everybody with respect, and because people are different. I don't look like anybody. I look like me. You know, I'm no better than nobody. No one's better than me. You know, in the end of the day, our outside structure is different, but in the inside, we are all the same. We have the same organs. We all bleed the same way. We all, eat and drink and use the bathroom the same way. I mean, just because our outer structure is different, that doesn't mean we're not the same on the inside because we are. And well, also, we need to get off this whole gun thing because back in 1995, for those of you who remember, for those of you who don't, the Alfred P. Maurer Federal Building in Oklahoma City was blown up by a truck that had 4,000 pounds of dynamite or whatever explosives in that truck. Not only did it blow off the entire building, but it also leveled half the city block. So there are other ways of, killing people besides shooting. I mean, you can just run over a crowd like what happened in New York. You can, and what happened in China a couple years ago. A guy just ran around and stabbed like about 20 something people or 30 people and killed them. So, this whole gun control thing is nonsense. It's not going to do anything because, let's look at Chicago for example. That city has the hardest gun laws in the United States, but it's also the number one murder capital rate city in the entire free world. Meaning more, this happens in more times than any other city in the modern country. Like this happens more times than in any time in England, Finland, Japan. Chicago's like the murder capital, city in the United States, but it also has the toughest gun laws. So, answer me that question. How's that possible? So, I mean, I'm just putting it out there that it's not the guns, it's the people and the responsibility. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a kid. Well, we might need to start going back to that. Now, I'm not saying that, I mean, gun laws are perfect. I mean, there all need to be some common sense. Like, people need to, be at least should be 21 to purchase, and they should go through a training course also. And if you want to go to a gun show, they need to have reservations, for it. This way, people can actually have a background check, and then they'll send you credentials to get in the gun show. Because you shouldn't be just able to walk into that place and just purchase a gun, because that's stupid. And like I said, no 18-year-old should be able to buy an assault rifle when they can't even buy a handgun until they're 21. That's also stupid. But at the same time, let's look at the fact that a gun is an inanimate object that's not going to kill anybody. It's a person that, uses it. And like I said, there needs to be stricter gun laws, maybe as far as, purchasing and going through a training course. Like I went through a training course, so, but, I mean, this whole hype over, yeah, I feel bad for what happened in Florida, but I also feel bad what happened in Colorado and Connecticut and all these other places. But you know what? I mean, if you look at other countries, they kill every day. I mean, hell, some countries like in the Middle East are at war, all the time. And then you look at North Korea, who they'll kill you for no reason. So, anyway, I just figured I'll put this out there. I mean, I may be wrong, or I may be right. It's, this is my opinion. So, I figure I just put this out there and see what people think. And again, like I said, I feel bad for what happened, in Florida, as well as Connecticut and Littleton, Colorado, and all those other places that, been shot and bombed in Oklahoma City. But, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.